Everybody, Mark Comfort here. Hope you are doing well this summer. I got thinking with as hot as it has been this summer. Oh my gosh, it's been crazy hot and humid. You know, uh, Candidly, it's going to be that cold and that miserable in February. So let's get out of bad weather. I'm tired of bad weather. Let's get out of bad weather and let's go to my favorite property and my favorite destination anywhere in the world, the Marival Distinct in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And actually, the north side of Puerto Vallarta, that's the side I like best. Okay, anyway, and I've been to this property, oh gosh, 8 times with groups, but 10 times when I've been there with on business trips. Okay. My favorite property in the world, and I'm going to show you why, and I'm going to tell you why. And if you have been there, you will know when I talk about this, you will smile, you will have those great memories that will come back to you on the size of the rooms, on the beautiful beaches and the Sierra Madre Mountains and everything that go around Banderas Bay, one of the most beautiful bays in the world, I think, in Puerto Vallarta. And we will go over all this, but this is a hosted group that I personally will be hosting February 22nd through March 1st. You can stay longer if you like, by the way. And a lot of people do this time of the year. You can come in earlier, you can stay longer. We can customize this, but the group and I will be there from February 22nd through March 1st. And if you will look at when you look at your calendar, you will notice that February 22nd is a Monday. And why am I doing that? I have found that it is really, really wise, both economically and just from availability, to not go on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday anymore. When we fly during winter months, those 3 days, especially to these all-inclusive resorts that are fairly close to the United States, they're just so busy, so busy. So what happens when they're busy? They sell out and prices go up. So from air, especially, we're doing Monday to Monday, okay? Now, let's talk about this a little bit. This is, I call it my winter retreat, the winter getaway. It's something to be talking about, getting away in winter when it's in the heat of the summer here. And I call it golf and spa. I call it that because I had a group in April. We went down to the other Marival property called the Marival Harmony, and it was a golf group, but it was specifically golf people. This is open to anybody that wants to come down, but if you happen to be a golfer, we will golf every other day. We're going to golf Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. You then can fill in and golf as much as you want if you're a golfer. And the spa, wait till I tell you about the spa. Holy cow, is it a spectacular spa? And I can tell you that from firsthand experience. So let's get into this. Let's tell you why and show you why this property is so special and why I like it so much. By the way, I've been there 8 times. I've taken a lot of groups down there. I've had 3 of my birthdays that end in a 0 or a 5 that I've taken groups down here too. And I love it. I love it. I love it because I love everything about it. Everything about it. I told you the rooms are gigantic. I'll show you that in a minute. The destination itself, to me, is the most beautiful destination in all of Mexico from the places we go for all-inclusive resorts. I like it so much better than Cabo because Cabo is just so sandy and dry. You know, I love Cabo. I like Cabo, but I love Puerto Vallarta. Same with Cancun. This has so much more. It feels like Hawaii here in Puerto Vallarta. Let's go through this, okay? It is a 5-star. It is all-inclusive, and it is a small. It's 162 rooms, and they're more like suites than they are rooms. So let's get into this, okay? This is the property here. And if you'll see, the property is in a U-shaped. You are looking from the north south here, and you see on the left-hand side of the screen the middle section of the Marival. This property is called the Marival Distinct. And then you will see it's not connected, but you'll see the southern tower. And then right where this picture is taken from, it's taken from the northern tower. Now, every place in this, every room has phenomenal views of the ocean. But I want to stay here for a minute and let you know this is 6 stories tall, and the bottom 2 and even 3 stories will not be ocean view. Some of the 3rd floor will be ocean view. If you want ocean view, you need to book floor 4 and floor 5. If you want a penthouse suite, and it's my understanding they're all on floor 6, and our whole allotment is sold out. We've got, I think, 22 or 24 people going already on this. We're going to cap it at 30 people, so that if we do something as a group, it'll be just one motor coach to take us on a tour, exclusive tour just for us. So again, so you see that now. Down front, you see those yellowish roofs. Those are villas. Those are 3-bedroom private villas with their own private pool and beach area. Beautiful, beautiful places. Beautiful places. And if you're interested in those, I can talk to you. But the rooms themselves are unbelievable. So let's get into this. Okay, there's the north tower right there. Same exactly as the south tower that you just saw. The beach, the pool setup here is just beautiful. The lighting, by the way, was done by the same company that did the lighting for the Bellagio. You've seen the Bellagio fountains in Las Vegas. At night, it's so special. This doesn't have the fountains, but it's got the lighting. That's the same. Here's a view from up on top of the property. By the way, if you bring kids at all here, it is family friendly. We don't get as many families in it. We don't get as many kids, and it's a very quiet, luxurious resort. There is a Marival property called the Marival Emotions that's just 2 blocks south of here, that if you come here with kids, and I've done this many, many times with my grandkids, we just take them down to the Emotions during the day, and then we come back to the sanctuary of the Marival Distinct. Okay, I love this picture. This shows the beach, the pools itself, shows you the ocean. And look at the mountain ranges. That's that Banderas Bay I was telling you about that is so incredibly beautiful. Gosh, it's beautiful. This is also whale season. So there are so many humpback whales in this area. If you've ever wanted to do a whale watching tour, this is the time of the year and the place to do that. Now, you see that? I know you've already looked. The 1,410 square feet, 1-bedroom suites. That is the smallest of any of the staterooms, or any of the rooms, excuse me, the rooms that are at this property. That's the smallest. That's a 1-bedroom. Bottom left-hand corner, you'll see this property has a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, and even 4 bedrooms under one roof. It was built as a residence, as a condominium complex in 2008, right before or as our little or big recession was hitting. So they couldn't sell them, and they converted it to a resort to rent to people as a resort stay, okay, for short stays or long stays for that matter. Here's the living room. In every unit, it'll look very similar to this. And you see it's got a kitchen with a beautiful granite countertop. It's got a full kitchen and a washer dryer setup, and a big full refrigerators, and it'll be all stocked for whatever with soft drinks, with beer, whatever you want will be stocked in there upon your arrival. Okay, I love the artwork. I love how it's designed, and the rooms are off to one side or the other. The 1-bedrooms and 2-bedrooms, the rooms are off to the left of the main living room, as you see here. The 3 and 4 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms are off to the left, and 2 bedrooms are off to the right. But look at the size of that. It looks like a condominium. It looks like a house, doesn't it? This is the master bedroom. Look at this. And it's got this big, beautiful, huge ocean facing. This is facing towards the sunset, facing towards Hawaii. In fact, they call this area the Maui of Mexico, and I'll talk about that. But look at how well designed it is. The beds are fabulous. The bathrooms are fabulous. It's got a huge master bathroom too. But I want you to look at the deck. This is the deck that goes off of both the living room and the master suite. Look at the size of that. And this is just spectacular to start your morning off with coffee, or you can get room service and have breakfast brought up to your room. There's coffee pots in the kitchen, so you can make your own coffee there. Or by the way, at nighttime, if you want to have a nightcap and watch the sunset, watch everything, the stars, it's just so good. It's just a beautiful place. You get my excitement and passion about this property. But the thing, everybody is so impressed early on when they see the property of the size of these suites, because they are 1,410 square feet. That's a Ritz-Carlton suite that would cost you $20,000 in many places in the world. But at the end of the trip, you know what people tell us they love the most? The service and the food. And by the way, the food quality is tremendous, and the presentation is even better. They've hired the executive chef from the Ritz-Carlton in Beverly Hills, who is their executive chef for all the properties. And they have, again, some of the most incredible food, local, and then what we call Western food for us, for steak, chickens, salmon, things like that. And of course, you're going to have the good old Mexican beer and the famous ceviche there. It is fresh and it is fabulous. Again, remember, this is all inclusive. So beer, wines, premium liquors, they're all included. Okay, this is taken from the top. This is actually a restaurant slash bar that's one of my favorite. And it's up on the 6th floor. It's called the Insu Sky Lounge. And this is now a tapas, not to be confused with topless. It has been that a couple times, but it's a tapas place where you come in and have small bites. And it is amazing what happens at sunset time. It seems like the whole property comes up around sunset to enjoy the sunset up here. And a lot of times, I know we get up there a little early to beat the rush. We order tapas, some drinks, and we end up being so happy up here, we just stay and watch the sunset and the days slowly drift away. Okay, it's got the private plunge pool up here too. So we'll show you more of that. Now, many people, we took many people there in the early years. It opened up in 2009, this property. And they did not have a beach front. Now they do. And it's called, they actually have a beach club called the Matsumari Beach Club. And this is what it looks like. And by the way, it's filled in even more. The palm trees are more and they are bigger, but it shows you that beautiful, beautiful Banderas Bay. And this is it's right next door to the property, and it's a 5-minute walk from the property, or they do have golf carts that take you to and from the property. It's got an infinity pool. It's got a restaurant, lounge area, all sorts of cabanas for you, and lounge chairs, beach volleyball, all the water sports are there. You do pay for the water sports. Okay. There is the palapa that houses the restaurant for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the Matsemara. There's another restaurant, actually 2 restaurants, Omagios, there at the main pool area. But this is at the Matsumari, so beautiful. Let me show you a couple different pictures of it. Our group, by the way, I will set up private dining for our group that you can join or you don't have to. At different nights, we'll be at different restaurants so that you can experience the restaurants at night too, because their food is so good. Their service is so good. I love, love, love this property. There you go. This is that same restaurant in the evening. They do have 2 fire pits at this place. And gosh, you think, man, you're in Puerto Vallarta, you're pretty far south. Fire pits, but it does get a little cooler because that Banderas Bay holds the cool actually comes in from the mountains, and it does get a little cooler at night. And so the fire pits are actually used a lot more than you would think. Okay, there's the infinity pool and the cabanas right in front of the beach. And there is beach service, of course, to bring you food, to bring you drink, to bring you whatever it is that you want. Okay, now let's talk about golf for just a second. There's about 5 different golf courses pretty close to this area. So I will talk about it. And by the way, as you'd guess, there's a lot of sand and a lot of water. The El Tigre Golf Club is the closest one to us. And boy, does it have a lot of sand. I'm a golfer. I've played this, and my joke at the seminar we had the other night is there's more sand on this golf course than there is at the beach there at the Marival property. It's not true, but there's a lot of sand. Okay, Flamingos Golf is actually included with the Marival Distinct, where you can play free here. You do have to pay for a cart, and if I remember right, it's like $79 or something like that. Okay, Riviera Golf Club. We golfed this one last year, and it really is a nice golf course with comfort stations with tacos and enchiladas and tequila and beer and about everything at some different comfort stations. But my favorite two golf courses that we will golf are, believe it or not, up in the mountains where you overlook, you're playing mountain golf, but you're overlooking the ocean. It's breathtakingly beautiful. The first is this 18-hole course at the Vista Vallarta Golf Course, signature designed by Jack Nicklaus. And then there's another one at the same property, and the clubhouse, it's the same clubhouse for both golf courses, so they're right next to each other. And it's a Tom Weiskopf course. And I don't want to tell you, both of them are fabulous, but I love, love, love playing in the mountains overlooking the ocean like that. It is gorgeous. And I'll set up the golf on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. If you want to golf any other time, the concierge there will help set that up for you. Same way will the concierge help set you up with any of the tours that you want. And you guys, there's hundreds of tours to pick from in this area. It's a very, very active area of things to do. It's also got one of the best spas, like I told you about anywhere. And what I love about this property, they have 10 signature spa treatment rooms that are designed with the feel of certain countries. As you can probably guess, this spa treatment room is Italy themed. You can see the I call it the hot tub over there. It looks like where you stomp grapes and everything. And the reality is you do stomp grapes. You do get in that hot tub, and they do put a bottle of red wine in there for your skin and everything. And while they're doing this, they give you 2 glasses of wine, one from each region of Italy. And then you get an hour massage. And so this thing is an hour and a half to hour and 45 minutes. And then at the end, you get a glass of wine from a different region of Italy. And then you wobble home and hope you remember your room number. Okay, there again, full spa, beauty salon, everything you want there, everything to pamper yourself, spoil yourself. Top right, that's the Thai signature treatment room there. And one thing about that, they do walk on your back, so be a little careful. And they stretch you, a lot of stretching. If you're into stretching, take the Thai massage. Bottom left, that's Turkey, designed with Turkey. Bottom right is Japan. By the way, Turkey, I think they give you whatever their famous liqueur is. I'm drawing a blank right now. I want to say ouzo, but on the Japan, you get sake, and to relax you. And then you see the design towards that country. Okay, now let's talk about this property itself. 162 rooms, like I said, and those 8 villas, okay, to make 170 rooms total. The lower rooms on the lower category, those 1-bedroom suites, they're all 1,410 square feet. They start from $2,383. That's a fabulous price because I held this about 8 months ago compared to what it is now and what it will be in 2 or 3 months from now. There is a 1-bedroom ocean view. Remember what I told you, that would be on floors 4 or floor 5. And that's just a few $100s more, but well worth it, $2,645. Again, I'm told that the penthouses are sold out, but if one becomes available and you want one, that price is $29.95. That is everything for the property there. What it does not include is your airfare. We will arrange transfers for you to get from the airport to the hotel and to get from the hotel or the resort back to the airport on the day you arrive and on the day you depart. Deposit is $500 per person. Final payment is then November 2nd, and we will take credit cards for that. And by the way, this is based on double occupancy, okay? And if you have kids or family members that you like to travel with, ask our group department if a 2-bedroom or even a 3-bedroom is available. This is a very, very peak season time, February 22nd. So they go pretty quick. So I would encourage you, if you can make your mind up, to do so as soon as you can. Okay. Again, the Maui of Mexico, and I got to tell you, you'll feel it. It'll feel like you're in Maui more than any other place in all of Mexico or any other place in the Caribbean or United States for that matter. It's just got a real Hawaiian feel. And again, the sunsets are so spectacular. Okay, so much going on here, but this is the hosted trip I am doing February 22nd through March 1st. That's 7 nights, 8 days. There's all sorts of, every airline goes to Puerto Vallarta. Most all of them from Kansas City have one stop. Houston, Dallas, or Phoenix is where most of them stop. Okay, we can help you with air if you've got points or miles and you can get your own air, not a problem. We'll help you with transportation to get you from the airport. Once you get to Puerto Vallarta, you just need to let us know your air schedule. And then when you go home, we'll arrange transfers for you too. So anyway, let's go back through this real quick. The spa, this beautiful spa, the golf, fabulous, incredible golf. And by the way, if you're not a golfer, don't worry about it. This group, half of the group won't golf, and probably 2/3 of the group will not golf, and 1/3 of the group will. Same way with the spa. Okay, boy, there's the Matsimara Beach Club. Isn't that relaxing and peaceful? I love to go down here in the morning, by the way, before the day kind of gets started. It's just so peaceful, so relaxing. The fire pit there at the Matsimara Beach Club, the restaurant there at the Matsimara Beach Club, the view from there, just gorgeous, right on the beach. By the way, you can walk the beach if you go to the right, which is north. You can walk all the way many miles. I think it's 4 miles or something like that to the town of Bucerias, which is really a cool town. You can walk to the left and that'll take you all the way down to Paradise Village. Okay, there's the Matsimara at dusk. There's the Insu Sky Lounge. There's boy, these hot days, doesn't a cold beer sound good? Or a seltzer or whatever sounds good, right? And the ceviche, if you like ceviche, maybe arguably some of the best ceviche in the world. And again, the private small tapas, sangria, the drinks, they do it so right here. And the huge rooms. Gosh, I just love these rooms. 1,410 square feet, and look at the size of the balcony there. Okay, the master bedroom. You love the master bath too. Everybody loves the master bath. The living room. 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms on the roof. There's a good picture from the top. Love that pool. There's a fire pit right back there to the left. If you see that little umbrella on the left and the life preserver ring right behind that is a fire pit. So there's 2 fire pits there. And believe me, they are used. The plapa you see right there is the restaurant. And there's another restaurant just to the right of there called Amaggio's. Then there is the place we will meet most every night, Brunello's, which is a wine bar. I forgot to tell you about that. But they've got a full bar of any kind of drink you want. And there's indoor and outdoor. So if it's real hot, they've got indoor with air conditioning, outdoor if the weather's good enough to. This whole place is just lovely, and it's small, so it'll never feel crowded. I had people at the seminar last night ask me if you have to rush out and hold your lounge chairs by putting a beach towel or clothing on them first thing in the morning. Not at this property. A lot of properties you do, I know that. Not at this property. You will not have to do that. There'll be plenty of space, open space here at the main pool or over at the Matsimara Beach Club. Okay, So again, 7 nights, February 22nd to March 1st. By the way, this whole area there in Nuevo Vallarta is what it's called in the Riviera Nayarit. It's a gated community. So if you're nervous about, Mexico at all, this is probably one of the safest places you will ever go to. I promise you that. I've been there so many times. The people, a lot of Canadians retire in winter and vacation in this exact area of North Puerto Vallarta. So the locals have melded with the Canadian Caucasians real well. And so there's no conflict, no problems at all there. It's really, really nice. So call us at 816-505-1500. This is all, we can send you the link of this if you want to send it to somebody. Our group department, or if you have a vacation advisor here at Cruise Holidays, just ask for them. Tell them you want to go with Mark Comfort on his hosted group to the Marival Distinct on February 22nd. And again, if you want to go longer, just let us know that either before or after that, okay? Thanks so much, everybody. I appreciate you listening. And I tell you, our groups have so much fun. This group in April had a blast. About half of them, no, 2/3 of them are going back with us again. So hope you'll join me. You will love this property. I can promise you that. And especially in February, when it's so cold and snowy and icy here, we'll be down there. We'll come home with a tan and just tell everybody who booked your vacation where you got tanned, okay? Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you listening today. I hope you'll join me. Adios.